Good evening, Jay. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Leaders in Action Season 4, Episode 2, entitled The Insurance Commission in Action. Tonight, we have the privilege of sharing valuable time with no less than our dear Insurance Commissioner and strongly a supporter, Attorney Dennis Funa. We'll talk about the industry's performance, his outlook, and priorities.
Good evening, Mr. IB, and to all our dear friends of Leaders in Action. Indeed, we are very fortunate to have with us again our dear Commissioner Funa. If you may recall, he was also our guest during our maiden episode last year. And a lot has transpired since then. And that's why it's going to be very helpful to hear his insights and updates about the industry. By the way, Mr. IB, would like to congratulate our commissioner and the entire Insurance Commission on their 73rd anniversary, which they recently celebrated. Happy anniversary and many more anniversaries to come.
Yes, Jay. Nabasa ko nga that no less than the DOF Secretary Dominguez, in his speech during that event, commended the IEC for the impressive performance of the industry and cited the decisive action that our commissioner took in the use of digital tools and other measures in the midst of the pandemic.
Of course, a strong performance brings greater public confidence to acquire more financial protection, trusting that the life companies will deliver as promised. So let us not prolong the wait anymore, as we are all excited to listen to his sharing tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, our dear leaders, please help me welcome again our first guest, special guest for year 2 of Leaders in Action, our dear Insurance Commissioner, Attorney Dennis Funa. Hello, Commissioner.
Thank you for having me once again, and nice to see both of you again.
Salamat. Again, our thanks to you, Commissioner, notwithstanding you're a very busy personality na, ha? So again, our congratulations to the 73rd anniversary of the IC. Alam mo natin, Commissioner, na the Commission has served the country for over 7 decades na. Pero it seems that the last 2 years have been most eventful. So itong 2020, COVID first year, the industry still posted a single digit. So dear Commissioner, please share with us naman anong nangyari sa industry noong 2021.
Well, of course, the year before that, 2020 was really bad, not just for the insurance industry, but for our economy in general. And for that matter, I can say the whole of Asia. So the industry bounced back in 2021. So we saw a lot of figures, indicators of the performance of the insurance industry gain significant numbers from 2020 to 2021. Very surprising because the increases in 2021, some of it or most of it even exceeded the pre-pandemic numbers. So hindi lang nag-bounce back. Usually when you say bounce back, babalik lang do sa level before the pandemic.
Correct.
In many cases, nalampasan pa yung numbers bago pa mag-pandemic.
So that's again very good news. But what do you think made that possible na parang biglang sumipa yung not just versus 2020 but sabi niyo nga prior pandemic?
Yeah, it shows the intrinsic resiliency and strength of the insurance industry. Talagang dynamic yung ating industry. lumabas yan when our economy bounced back in 2021. In fact, in terms of the total assets of the industry, we breached a milestone. No? You will remember a few years ago, we were celebrating when the total assets of the industry breached the 1 trillion peso mark.
Yes,
But
yes.
but in 2021, we breached 2 trillion
Wow.
pesos in
Wow.
terms of industry assets.
Oh,
So from 2020 to 2021, we increased by more than 8%, such that total assets of the industry reached 2.09 trillion pesos.
again, good news, which simply means na mas lalo talagang tumatatag ang ating industry. Commissioner, in addition to the financial achievements, meron pa bang kayong gustong i-highlight na programa o initiative that really did very well in 2021?
Well, the industry remains vigorous. So, yung premiums natin, tuloy-tuloy ang increase, no? Again, premiums ng industry reach a record of 375 billion pesos. I can remember that again, just a few years ago, we were targeting to breach 200 billion pesos. But in 2021, hindi lang nalampasan, but umabot pa tayo sa 375 billion pesos. And of course, yung awareness ng ating general population about insurance was really cemented. Napatibay talaga ang consciousness, awareness, and desire ng ating kababayan to acquire insurance. They became conscious because of the pandemic.
Again, that's a very good development. So in terms of claims, Commissioner, again, ito yung parating yung sinasabi na pinagtitibay nyo yung financial situation ng industry for us to be able to pay the claim. So kumusta ho yung benefits that the industry paid in 2021?
All the numbers, no, all the indicators showed a healthy increase. So this shows the continuing growth of the insurance industry, such that in 2021, the total benefit payment reached 140 billion pesos. So across the board, no, all benefits, death benefits, health benefits, including property insurance, marami ang nakinabang. And by the way, in terms of COVID benefit payment, record din, no? 2020 to 2021, we reached about 16 billion pesos in COVID benefit payments. Ang nakakalungkot lang dito is that those payments corresponded to roughly 10,000 lives ang nakinabang sa insurance.
Yeah.
At ang total deaths natin, no, yung mga namatay because of COVID, surpassed 50,000. So it shows na roughly 20% lang ang kababayan natin na nagkaroon ng COVID covered ng insurance. But the effect is that it made our fellow Filipinos more conscious of the need for insurance coverage. Ngayon na nagkaroon ng COVID pandemic, roughly 80% of those victims of COVID were not covered by insurance.
So I think again that shows clearly what life insurance can do and what we must do even more to cover that gap. Bago ko ipasa kay Jay, Commissioner, sa larangan ho ng licensed agents, meron ba tayong idea kung dumami ang ating licensed agents?
Medyo nag-slow down because nga yung pag-conduct ng examinations were a bit hampered. But the first quarter of this year saw a significant increase among the companies. You will remember na around first quarter of this year, nagkaroon pa ng surge.
Yes.
Yeah.
But notwithstanding, nagpipick up na yung number of agents that are being recruited and being licensed. So hopefully we will be back on track, reverting to the pre-pandemic vitality of recruitment and issuances of licenses for our agents.
Thank you, Jay.
Congratulations again, Commissioner, for the continuous growth of the industry. We recall, Commissioner, during our interview with you last year, no, May din po yun, no, you enumerated to us yung po yung mga initiatives that your office, no, introduced for the industry. Commissioner, meron po bang mga bagong initiatives that were introduced in 2021 that really contributed to the good performance of the industry?
Well, the first thing that I can think of is the digitalization efforts of both the industry, yung mga individual insurance companies, and the insurance commission itself. You know, for the insurance commission, we acquired a cloud system. So for the first time, we started using a cloud system wherein insurance companies can now file their financial statements, encrypted ito, and it is secured. So, and it can be shared with all the divisions, internal divisions of the insurance commission. No? So, napakadali na ng filing by the insurance companies and accessing it by the concerned divisions. They just download it from the cloud, and they decrypt it, and the examiners can
work on them
to review them. On the part of the insurance companies, we saw early on the entry of the first digital-only life insurance company in the Philippines, without the use of agents. And other life insurance companies have entered into partnerships with selling platforms like Shopee, Lazada. So it evolved from purely a agent to client sales system to selling it online in different platforms. So these are the digitalization initiatives or progress which happened in the industry in the past 2 years, 2020 and 2021.
And Commissioner, sorry po.
But of course, this started even before the pandemic. But we didn't realize at that time that it's going to be our weapon against the pandemic. As it turned out, this became our number one shield against the pandemic, yung digitalization ng industry.
And Commissioner, having said that, you totally agree that digitalization boosted the productivity of the distribution?
Yes, actually, it shielded us. Para tayong na-vaccinate din in industry uh,
Yeah.
by the digitalization. Na immune tayo to a certain extent, no? From the damaging effects of the lockdowns. It shut down the economy in general.
Yeah.
But we found a way to go around the lockdowns by adopting technology.
Is it safe to say already, Commissioner, that 100% of the companies in the industry are now operating in the digital platform?
Yes, but at different levels.
Okay.
At different levels. It actually depends on the appetite of the companies to spend for digitalization, because when you modernize, adapting different digital platforms, there is a cost. It costs money.
Yeah.
It's a form of investment.
Mhm.
So, and this happens at different degrees or at different levels. But the insurance companies generally have migrated or become conscious of modernization and digitalization.
Commissioner, aside from digitalization, are there any factors that influence the 2021 growth performance for the industry?
Well, yun nga, yung awareness
Awareness.
and the growth of specific lines of business. One of which is the growth of the health insurance industry. You know, that is one line of business which became a bright point for the insurance industry, the health insurance business.
Because we are in a health crisis, no, talagang po yung awareness ng mga tao about health, no, protection, no, talagang na-highlight during the pandemics. Thank you for sharing that with us, Commissioner. Mr. Ivy.
Commissioner, punta na tayo sa 2022. I'm sure na napag-aralan niyo na kung anong maaaring mangyari for 2022. Ano ho yung inyong outlook sa industry this year?
Well, firstly, the uncertainties still exist, but maybe I can say this time it's different from COVID. No, iba na naman. We were challenged by this pandemic for the past more than 2.5 years, but now we are facing new challenges. Rising inflation. Some say that there are political uncertainties. There are global uncertainties.
Yeah.
The rising prices of energy and oil, the uncertainty in Europe. These are the global challenges that would have an impact on the Philippine economy in general, and the insurance industry in particular. Even the economists cannot agree yet on what would be the definite impact on our country in the coming months. But nevertheless, we have shown that the insurance industry is resilient. Nakita natin yan. And no matter what the challenges will be, I'm confident that we will be able to surmount and face these challenges that are poised against our economy.
Again, totally agree on the capacity of the industry to withstand the challenges. No, commissioners, at itong end of the year, one of the things that has been talked about yung capitalization by 1.3 billion. How have companies been preparing for this requirement?
Well, you know, around a little less than 50% are already compliant. 1.3 billion. The other half, maybe 30%, are within striking distance of the 1.3. maybe 1.2, 1.1 billion. So konti na lang yung hahabulin nila.
Yeah.
And we have a small percentage that would still have to exert extra efforts to raise their net worth to 1.3 billion pesos. Nonetheless, all companies that are not yet compliant with the 1.3 are being monitored and have been asked by the Insurance Commission to present their plans and programs on how to raise their net worth to 1.3 billion pesos.
Okay, and that's very clear as far as the companies are concerned. And this matter has been there naman for at least 5 years. So
That's right.
alam na nila no, na doon natutungo. You've mentioned, Commissioner, about digitalization, which again, very important. Pero di ho bang isang problema sa digitalization is there that might be prone to fraud and fraudulent actions? What are being done by the industry to make sure that this will not be taken advantage of?
You know, a twin, no, kakambal ng digitalization is the threat against cybersecurity.
Yes. So,
and the moment you invest in digitalization, there's also a need to invest in cybersecurity. And all of our companies are aware of this. And I know that they are taking efforts to address at different levels their protection and cyber protection. Even in the Insurance Commission itself, government is very much aware of the cyber threats. That is why with other government agencies, GSIS, PDIC, the Bureau of Treasury, we combine our resources to acquire an extra cyber protection. So other than the cyber security that the Insurance Commission has, there will be another level, another umbrella that will protect the different financial regulators from cyber security threats. So we are aware of that, and we are taking measures against cyber threats.
Again, very important for everyone to hear, because one thing that can hinder the move towards more digitalization is the fear that the information can be stolen. So with all of these things that you're doing, and on top of pa, meron pa kayong sinasabi outside of the industry, mas kakaroon ng confidence ang ating insurance.
And you will remember that just a few months ago, there was a rampancy of this ransomware, denial of service, and your assets will be decrypted only after you pay ransom.
Oh, yeah.
And the good news is that no insurance company in the Philippines has been victimized by any of these ransomware which proliferated across the world and across Asia.
Very good to hear. Thank you, Commissioner. Jay?
Yeah. Commissioner, nasabi niyo na po kanina, no, na talagang nasubok ng maraming pagbabago ang industriya natin, no, nitong nakaraang 2 taon. Commissioner, how do you think the distribution, especially the agency force, can continue to adapt, no, and adjust to more changes that may still come?
You know, our agency force is still the backbone of the insurance industry. And it will remain to be the backbone in the years to come. What has happened is that the digitalization efforts made the job of our agents easier, a lot easier. Presentation of insurance contracts hindi na yung hard copy but yung digital and soft copy na. It facilitated the speed of payment. It facilitated, it made explaining insurance contracts easier to their clients. But the backbone of the insurance industry, having face-to-face conversation, having face-to-face explanation with your clients will still be the backbone of the insurance industry in the years to come. Sila pa rin yung magdadrive ng growth ng insurance industry.
Yeah. Ang kagandahan lang sabi niyo po with the aid of technology, of digitalization, mas napagaang ang trabaho nila, no? And
napabilis, more convenient, easier, faster.
Yes. At marami nga po tayong nakita na those who initially had the fear of technology, ngayon po best friend na nila yung ganilang mga gadgets, no? Kasi talagang it helped their productivity
It's not just a best friend but for the millennials it's a necessity for them. Doon na sila nasanay tulad sa generation namin ni IB, kami yung nag-a-adjust. Nag-a-adjust, nangangapa sa technology, whereas the younger people are at ease, comfortable with the technologies that we have.
Commissioner, having said that, what's your observation? Mas marami po bang na-attract ng mga millennials at Gen Z during this pandemic because nga nasa digital platform na ang doing of business ng insurance?
Yes, definitely. Ibang-iba na yung mindset ng younger people today. Ibang-iba. Financial consciousness is at their fingertips.
Yes.
Because people from the generation maybe ahead of me had challenges when it comes to financial literacy. The people now are more financially literate than of the generation earlier.
Yes.
I don't know, maybe because of Facebook, because of social media, but definitely they are more financially savvy.
Yes.
Than that of the generations before.
At yung mga millennials po natin na financial advisors, enjoy po sila ngayon dahil nga po nakakabenta na sila through the digital platform, no?
And it gives them this a degree of independence rather than being employed, staying in an office. They find it more fulfilling that they work in an independent way, do what they want with their own time, talk to whoever person they want to talk to, go to and meet people wherever they want to. That's the degree of fulfillment and independence na na-enjoy ng ating agency force.
Yeah. And siguro po, it's safe to say, Commissioner, that with more young people into the insurance industry, we can really look forward to a more dynamic life insurance industry in the Philippines.
Not just dynamic for the industry, but personally rewarding for them.
Yeah.
What they do, they earn money from what they're doing. So in that way, they find it fulfilling.
Which is very good news for everyone, no? But at the same time, it challenges the new sets of agents to be really quality, no? Kasi nga sabi niyo nga, yung mga kabataan ngayon nakakaintindi na ng gusto on finances. So pag kinausap nila, kailangan mas mahusay pa sila doon. Now, Commissioner, yung for 2022, meron sa dami ng gusto nyong ayusin pa, ano yung top priorities ninyo for the remainder of the year, given that much has been accomplished, but of course you want to do much more? Ano ho yung ipaprioritize nyo this 2022?
Well, you know, I will be ending my term this year. And looking back, we have accomplished a lot in the Insurance Commission. We have put in place the RBC2, risk-based capitalization, which of course amended the first RBC. It made insurance companies more stable in terms of solvency.
Yeah.
The industry will be adopting IFRS 17, a new or modified accounting system that will ensure a more stable insurance industry. Of course, we encourage digitalization. We provided for the sandbox propositions for those who want to initiate new ideas on digitalization. And in terms of investments by the insurance companies, we opened up new investment avenues, foreign instruments. Locally, we allowed investments in REITs, real estate investment trust funds, ETFs, derivatives, etc. So, in line with this, we will continue with this program until the end of my term and pursue more digitalization efforts. I foresee that we will be having at least 3 new entrants in the insurance industry. In other words, 3 new insurance companies.
This year? This year, yeah?
Yes.
Commissioner, they will come in this year, the 3?
Yes.
Oh.
The 3, 1 will be a non-life company. At least 2 will be life companies.
Oh.
But I will be making the announcement in due time.
Exciting, exciting.
Ang panahon.
Oo, exciting times na naman yan, Commissioner.
That shows the confidence
Yes.
of investors in the industry.
Yes, which is related to, kasi I also looking at what has been accomplished in the last 5-6 years. Tumaas ho yung insurance penetration rate, pati yung insurance density, no? On the other hand, the opportunities are still there. So ano ho yung additional na gagawin pa natin para talaga mas lalong mapataas pa yun?
Yun na, pag nag-kick in yung 1.3 billion pesos net worth requirement by the end of this year, that is another layer that will further cement the strength of the insurance industry. Further strengthening the industry in general. So coupled with the modernization, digitalization, we will be seeing a much stronger insurance industry by the time I leave this office.
Wow.
Yun ang magiging regalong gusto. Jay?
Yes. Commissioner, pag-usapan naman po natin, kamusta naman po yung coordination at collaboration ng Insurance Commission sa iba't ibang organization po ng industriya, yung mga LUAP, yung GAMA po, mas nag-strengthen po ba yung collaboration?
Yes, I was told that under the previous insurance commissioners, we have more engagements with industry associations during my time. Of course, naputo lang during the pandemic, no? Sunod-sunod yung lockdowns noon. But around 2018, 2019, we have had regular coordinative meetings and engagements with LUA, GAMA, all industry associations. We have engaged them in constructive and positive ways. And I made sure that the support of government and the Insurance Commission are concretely exhibited to them. Pinapakita natin na we really support you. Hindi lang sa salita, but sa gawa. And I'm sure that they have appreciated our efforts along that line.
Oho, kasi po doon sa mga interview din namin sa mga presidente ng mga organizations ay nasasabi din naman po nila na-appreciate nila po lahat ng mga suporta ng office nyo, lalo na po during this last 2 years sa pandemic with all those initiatives that you introduced na nakatulong po talaga sa mga leaders natin sa pagpapatakbo po ng kanilang mga ahensya at ng kanilang mga tao.
But of course, those things did not happen without problems to be solved. There are obstacles along the way. But we exerted the efforts to address those issues.
Commissioner, nasabi niyo po yung mga obstacle. Ang isang pain point po that parang continuous po na naririnig pa rin namin, and I'm sure our leaders would want to hear it from you. At nasabi niyo po ito kanina when it comes to the licensing. Commissioner, ano po ba ang ating mas pinaplano pa po na gawin para po talagang mas maayos pa po at mas mapabilis natin po yung licensing?
Ayun nga, so binalik na natin yung face-to-face examinations, which before talagang
online kayo lang dati po, no? Dati.
Became problematic. The industry was proposing na kami na lang magpo-proctor sa examinations, but then may objection sa legal. You cannot do that na kayo mag-iisa, kayo din magbabantay sa sarili nyo. So,
yes.
So gradually we are opening it up. So and it's been a delicate situation. No? Akala natin you will remember that at the end of 2020, akala natin tapos na. Open up na yung 2021 and then nagkaroon ng surge.
Yeah.
Omicron. So briefly, bumalik na naman sa stepping backwards. But ito, we are hoping that we will go back to normalcy.
Commissioner, ang face-to-face po ngayon na exams ay sa Manila, Cebu at Davao pa po.
Yes, that's right.
But soon the leaders can expect na it will be brought again also to the other mga sub-provinces po.
Yes, we're hoping na mangyari na yon. Wala nang darating pang obstacles to that. Sana magtuloy-tuloy na.
Wala pa po tayong timeline by now kung kailan po mangyayari yon?
We'll see in the coming months.
Okay.
We are targeting that.
Okay, good. No? So dear leaders, ayan, we heard it from our commissioner himself na talagang ginagawa ng paraan para po talaga mapabilis ulit ang pagbubukas ng maraming testing centers natin para sa mga licenses. Mr. IB?
I had a meeting with an insurance company last week. And they were happy because the number of agents that they were able to recruit and give licenses to for the first quarter exceeded the previous year, and medyo nakabawi sila.
So malaking tulong po talaga yung face-to-face, no?
Yes. That's right.
Yes.
Based on what we've been gathering, Commissioner, talagang darami ang talagang gusto magpalisensya, which is really very good for the industry's growth, no? Now, tungo naman tayo sa, we've mentioned a lot of things that the Commission has done and has achieved. No? Ito baka mahirap na matanong para sa inyo. Sa napakaraming nagawa in the last 5 going to 6 years, sa pananaw ninyo, Commissioner, what is your biggest achievement as an insurance commissioner?
I suppose before merong uncertainties sa regulations I've been looking at the issuances of circulars under the previous insurance commissioners. Nagtataka ako bakit napaka-konti. Wala bang nangyari ng mga panahon na yon? But during my time, I made sure that all decisions, all the rules are put in black and white. And all of these rules are posted in the website of the Insurance Commission. Hindi ang rules natin ay pabago-bago at hindi tayo sigurado sa rules natin. Maraming uncertainties. I suppose this made the regulation of the insurance industry clearer. The demarcation are well defined. Minsan may mga rules before na ang nakakaalam lang yung tao nag-issue ng sulat at yung corporation na nakatanggap ng sulat. All the rest hindi nila alam. I don't know how to describe this change, no? But it made the rules clearer. The playing rules have become clearer. Maybe the playing field has become more even. So it makes for a dynamic industry. It supports for a more dynamic industry when you have rules that are clear.
One important, I totally agree. When rules are consistent, properly communicated, there is transparency. That really increases the trust and confidence of the players, and therefore that will spur activity and growth, in the industry. And we hope that this will continue moving forward, kasi the results are clearly clear in terms of growth in the industry. Jay?
Commissioner, maaari niyo po bang sabihin na sa dami na inyong nagawa po, no, at talaga namang napakarami, no, hindi lang yung mga nasabi niyo ngayon. Can you really say, Commissioner, that it's mission accomplished? Or is there anything that you wish you could have done, or you still have more time to do as the commissioner?
No, I cannot say that, and I will not say mission accomplished, because I have realized early on that the work in the commission never ends. And the challenges are, every time it's new. There's a new challenge in the horizon every day, every week. And it will continue to be that way, because the world is evolving, the industry is evolving. There will always be a challenge, and the growth never stops. And as long as we grow, as long as the industry grows, there will always be a challenge along the way. Some may be difficult to solve, some may be easier to solve, but there will always be a problem to solve.
Every day there will be a new mission to accomplish, Commissioner.
Yes. But, as far as I am concerned, we did our best to handle the issues that we faced, to solve whatever problems that we can solve.
Yes.
So in that sense, mission accomplished.
Yes.
Yung hinarap ko.
Yeah,
At
tama,
alam
tama.
ko na meron pang haharapin, susunod naman na commissioner.
Oo. Yes. But in your case, talagang mission accomplished. Kung ano po
My
yung,
case,
yes, in your case, mission accomplished.
hinarap kong problema.
Yes. Lalong-lalo na, Commissioner, nitong last 2 years, yung talagang hinarap nyo na pandemic, talagang napaka-bigat po yun, no? na challenge. Pero nagawa nyo po talaga ng solusyon. At doon po, talaga masasabi natin, mission accomplished kayo.
It's a 1 in a million occurrence.
Yes.
Once in a lifetime occurrence na nobody expected. Hindi natin alam na ganyan pala mangyayari. And there was no guidebook. Ito
Yes.
nyo pagka-pandemic ha.
Walang playbook, no?
Walang playbook. We had to solve it as we went along.
Yes.
We had to invent solutions as we went along.
Minsan, actually, baka hindi lang nare-realize ng marami. No? I read that, Commissioner, only in 2020 alone, you issued more than 100 circulars.
Wow.
Parang, to me, that is just a reflection of the dynamism and how hands-on the Commission during the time of the pandemic. No? So really, more appreciation to your efforts. No? Now, I was also looking at some of the articles that came out very recently, Commissioner. Nasasabi rin that there are many achievements that the IC recently earned in terms of governance, in terms of management of finances, and even in human resource. No? So again, many achievements. Question is, as you look in the next several months and by the end of your term, what do you think will be your lasting legacy, Commissioner, sa ating industry?
It's difficult for me to say. Maybe it would be better for someone from outside the Commission to say it. But the bottom line is what is our mission? And that is the stability of the insurance industry. If we made it a little bit more stable, if we strengthen the stability of the insurance industry, then that is my contribution.
Very clearly, the COVID has tested the stability of the industry. And with all the claims that have been paid, no, even outside of the contract, again reflects the strength and stability of the industry. Sabi nga nila, yung the legacy of the leader will go on, no, many years to come. Pero mukhang 6 years not enough, no. But again, Commissioner, maraming salamat for everything that you've done for the industry. We wish you well for the rest of the year. It has not been an easy journey, certainly, no, especially as we've mentioned the last 2 years. But very clearly, your leadership fostered innovation, no, communication and collaboration, and I personally experienced the way you've collaborated with the practitioners in the industry and all stakeholders, no, resulting to a far stronger industry and, more importantly, satisfied policyholders. Again, hats off kami sa iyo, Commissioner.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations again, Commissioner, for a job well done. Thank you, and we really appreciate your generosity for generously sharing with us your time and your presence. Kami po ay tuwang-tuwa because you were our buena mano guest both in year 1 and year 2 of our Leaders in Action program. And Commissioner, for the two of us po ni Mr. IB, that is a big validation of our advocacy. So maraming salamat po and all the best to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And thank you again, everyone, for joining us tonight as we listen to the very informative sharing of our dear Commissioner Funa. Please do join us again next week as we listen to Mr. Joe Ferreria, the Managing Director of Limra Philippines, share the latest trends and the changes, the developments that are important and critical for the distribution, especially for the agency force as we open up the economy post-COVID. So that will be next week, our dear leaders. That's May 19, Thursday, 8 p.m. here in Leaders in Action.
Real leaders.
Real stories.
Real talk. Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Salamat.
Thank you
Salamat.
again, Commissioner Funa.
Maraming
Maraming salamat po.